Hey ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys are doing amazing today. I just wanted to make a really quick video. It's not going to be long, but this is about, lessons learned. Everything in our lives has a lesson, some kind of a lesson for us to learn, okay? Even if we don't see it. More often than not, when we're unconscious, we don't see the lessons, okay? We just think that random things happen to us randomly, right? And nothing is a coincidence. There are no coincidences, right? And this is kind of like the mindset that most people have, right? But in reality, there are no coincidences, okay? People, everyone who you meet comes into your life for a reason, okay? And more often than not, a lot of people are karmics, okay? And they are here to teach you a lesson, okay? Some kind of a lesson, okay? So um, and more often than not, the universe will test you, and let's just say, for example, when it comes to self-love, right? Even if you have been in relationships with narcissists and you walked out, right? And you have had enough, right? The pain was just too much to bear, and you just finally realized, like, no more, right? It's either me, I'm going to like self-destruct completely, or I'm going to walk away, right? So you chose to walk away from a specific relationship, right? And then in a little while, right, perhaps you encounter the similar situation or a similar person, right? The same devil, basically, okay, walked into your life. And so the universe once again was testing you, it was as if it was saying, hey, um, there you go again, let's see if you learned this time around. Let's see what you're going to do with this time around. Are you going to step on the same, we have this Russian expression, stepping on the same rake twice, right? But are you going to step on that rake, right? Or are you going to like finally say no, draw boundaries, right? And realize who you're dealing with, not ignore the red flags this time around, right? Because guys, in every relationship you will see red flags, okay? This person is going to show you who they are, right? Whether male or female, it doesn't matter, right? But they're always going to show you and tell you who they are. I mean, this is another thing that I learned from dating, like people always tell you who they are, almost immediately, I have this letter that I'm going to show you guys, okay? And I kept this letter, and it was from this guy, right? He left it on my windshield, uh, uh, you know, on my car, basically, right? So as I was coming out of the gym, I saw this letter, right? And anyways, I'm kind of like a romantic, so even though I thought the letter was a bit crazy, I kept it, I really, really, like, I love things like this, right? So I keep some of them. Anyway, so I'm going to make like a separate video just reading it and dissecting the letter, okay? Hopefully the guy won't see it. And anyways, you don't know who the guy is anyway, so it's not gonna impact anyone in a negative way, right? But my whole point of this letter and reading it to you is that I want to show you how people reveal themselves, and they basically tell you who they are. All you have to do is you have to take off those rose-colored glasses and not go into relationships, wearing them, okay? Or hoping, projecting your own stuff onto people and hoping that they're, the way that you want them to be, right? So you have to like see them as they are, okay? And if they tell you they're bad, right? The guy in the letter, he told me he's a bad person. He's like, I'm probably not someone who you should take to your mom, And I was like, okay, thank you. Thanks for telling me that. Bye bye. No, but really, people will tell you who they are immediately, okay? Once again, you just have to see it, okay, for what it is. You have to see them for what they are. You have to accept the truth, okay? Don't try to create illusions around a certain person, okay? First of all, it's also not fair to them, right? Because you're not seeing them for them, okay? You're seeing them for what you want them to be, right? And so you don't fully accept them as they are, okay? And you're also ruining your life. You're damaging your life, okay? You could possibly be suspecting yourself, or you could possibly be going into a toxic situation, a toxic relationship that will, in the long run, damage you, right? Damage your mental health, your emotional well-being, and so on, right? So make sure that the lesson here, right, is once you're seeing those red flags, which you will, okay, with that particular person, what did I see? I'm not going to mention the person, right, to you, but I didn't go into a relationship with this person. I drew my line, right? I created boundaries. And I was very tempted to pursue a relationship with him, but I didn't, okay? And thank God for that. But anyway, so the first red flag that I saw was that he yelled at my kid, okay? Then another red flag, right? That was the major one, of course, right? That was like that basically like completely eliminated him, okay? Right there and then, right? The next one was he yelled at a cat. The cat walked in somewhere and he just like screamed at it, you know? And then along the way, I saw a lot of other red flags, like his behavior was like up and down all the time. He was like a Jack and Hyde, right? One minute he was fine, and the next it was like a switch went off, and he was like completely insane, completely crazy. His like had no emotional regulation whatsoever, right? And so yeah, there was that too, right? So anyways, there were so many red flags, and if I seeing what I saw, if I walked into a relationship with him and if I agreed to date him, right, then I would have been insane, like completely crazy, you know? And so yes, guys, so this was also a test of self-love for me. The universe gave me this person, right? And it was a lesson for him too, okay? It was his karma being served, you know. It was by not reacting and by behaving the way that I did, right? There were times when I did react in the beginning, right? But years later, right, or a year and a half maybe later, I began to learn and I began to change my behavior completely, you know. And so this was also the time when I kind of when I was released from this situation too, okay? So once you learn your lesson, you're going to be released from a specific situation, okay? And if you didn't learn, you're going to go into another situation that's going to be the same one until you learn your lesson. You know, it's kind of like failing a test, you know. The universe will provide you with the test, and if you don't learn from that, if you fail your test, you're going to have to retake it, you know. So same thing applies here in life too, you know. So you're going to be presented with constant challenges that will kind of test your character, you know. They're going to test your self-love for yourself. Like, do you really love yourself, you know, before your blessings too, okay? So if you do pass that self-love test, okay, you're more than likely are going to meet your soulmate next, okay? And blessings, big blessings will come to you, okay? It's as if the universe will kind of show you like, okay, you finally learned, you love yourself enough to, you know, not put yourself in a situation that, you know, will ultimately kill you in every way, right? So yeah, so because you learned, right, here's your gift, you know, it's your soulmate. There you go, you know. It doesn't always have to be a soulmate, right? It can be other things, but yeah, there's a lesson to be learned from many different things, guys, you know. Even the place where you're living at, you know, that can be your lesson too, okay? I'm not gonna go into it in this video, right? In this video, I'm just going to talk, you know, like, we just talked about basically a romantic situation, right? Or a potential romantic situation. So anyways, both people are supposed to learn, right? In most cases, guys, our interactions are always like, first of all, we can learn from anyone, right? And anything. But in most cases, two people are learning, you know. Even if another one is a lot less aware, right? They're still going to learn in one way or another, okay? So yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I have to go and teach now, so much love to you guys. Stay tuned for another video, okay? Bye.